Welcome to FBR. Tonight we're talking to Joel, who's just started Hillclimb racing. Hillclimb is where you get one car, one track, and kind of one go at it, really, don't you?
Several laps, but yeah, the tyres are always cold.
Yeah. How long ago have you started Hillclimb racing?
My first Hillclimb was actually 12 months ago this week. It was a lot of fun, and bug definitely bit, and unfortunately, due to COVID, we've had to wait a while to go back. But I've now got 3 under my belt, so It's fairly fresh.
What was your first race, like your actual first lap around the Hillclimb circuit?
So that was at Bryant Park in Newborough, part of the Gippsland Car Club, and they did the clockwise long circuit. My poor old WRX with the stock suspension. It was seriously fun, you know, sort of being the first time being able to go, I don't have to watch a speed limit. I don't have to, I can go as fast as I feel like it.
There's no one coming the other way?
Yeah, that's right. There's no kangaroos, there's no nothing, so yeah.
So basically, you're running a stock. You said you were running
relatively stock, yeah.
Stock WRX.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So it's a 94 GC8 WRX. I bought it 5 years ago now for $500 in bits. I then spent the next, like I said, it was roughly 4 years putting it together. The main thing that took so much time was that I set a strict budget. I'd only do sort of loose change and any jobs that I'd done for cash. That was my pocket money, and that's all I was spending on it. So if I wanted to buy a rear sway bar, I'd have to wait till I had the money. If I needed to buy the Mishimoto radiator, I'd have to wait until I had the money. So
that's kind of the whole thing behind Hillclimb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those bargain basement race cars. Not that everyone stays like that.
No.
Obviously, people spend more money.
I'm lucky to have a WRX. I'm well aware of that. But there's plenty of other variety at the Hillclimb track. Everything from Pulsars and Corollas, which are fairly typical. And now we're starting to see the odd, Toyota Echo, and the Hyundai Excel, thanks to the series, has become quite a popular sedan. So
and they're relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Any other racing you've done?
No, I'm really keen to get out to Phillip Island and do circuit racing. It's obviously a lot more expensive to do those days, but we do get the occasional event that is aimed at grassroots. The Phillip Island 6 hour is something that I've been involved with for about 9 years now, managing a team. That is the pinnacle of grassroots racing. It's a seriously good event, and the rules and the way they control it, everyone, with a Hyundai Excel can compete against someone with a Porsche GT3 or, Yeah. No, well, it's not about being the fastest. It's about being the most consistent.
That could be really fun.
Yes, yeah. It's I'll have you down, and you can. I'll get you on the pit wall.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm always looking for extra crew.
Yeah. Oh, look, I can run a coffee like nobody.
Yeah,
so.
Even better. Actually, shout out to the barista at Phillip Island. That guy on that weekend has to be the hardest working bloke I know. It's always.
Actually, maybe I don't want to do the coffee now. We invited you here. You had a bit of a run on the sim rig. I apologise for coming at you out of nowhere.
And throwing in the deep end, yeah.
Yeah, well, look, we put you in a GT3 around Bathurst.
Yeah.
We gave you a lap to get your eye in, and then a lap to set a
have
time.
a go.
So what car did you pick for your time in the sim rig?
I deliberately picked something that would be all-wheel drive before realising that GT3 isn't all-wheel drive. So I picked the Audi R8.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an awesome car.
I do like the Audi R8 and have since it first came out. There's just something about a V10.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how did you go? What did you
I went better than I expected, but I definitely went conservatively as well.
Yep.
One of the things that I noticed greatly between sim racing and the real thing is depth perception. And I'm not sure if that's a personal thing or if it's just, you're looking at a screen as opposed to it being all around you. So that's where a lot of the time I'm guessing where I actually am on the track as opposed to having a bit more of a feel for it in real life. I'm sure with practice I'd improve, as with the real thing. So there is definitely significant differences. It's actually the force feedback and everything in the sim race is actually a lot stiffer than my race car. So,
don't tell Logitech that. We want them to stiffen up.
oh, wow.
No, you did really well. You set the fastest lap time.
Yeah, I mean, by default.
Well, yeah. But it's still the fastest lap time, so we're happy with that. We've always talked about grassroots motorsports and really getting people understanding that, especially in Gippsland, there's so much motorsport happening. We've decided to put the FBR sponsorship on your car and put all our other sponsors on your car. I hope you don't mind us.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. But I'm kind of glad we didn't put it on your car last time round, because what happened?
Yeah, I found a wall.
That's what Ben says.
No, unfortunately, my ambition outweighed my ability, and had a bit of a stack. So I set out to try and beat the weather, and unfortunately, the weather had cooled the track a little bit and got a bit greasy. And the very last corner of my cracking lap, I tried to hold on to the understeer, and unfortunately dropped off one side of the track, and as soon as the tyres bit into the dirt, it shot me back across the other side and I slapped the wall.
The car's relatively okay.
Yeah, bit of panel damage, front end's out of alignment, but should be back on the track in no time.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And with FBR logo.
With FBR logo.
That'll be good.
There's some spots that we need to cover up paint, so that'll come in handy.
Lots of FBR logo.
The big one.
Good. All right. Well, I can't wait to see the car out there.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for coming in, Joel.
No worries.
It's been great.
It's been an honour.
How do people get into, like, if they get interested in Hillclimb circuit, in Hillclimb racing? How do they get into it?
First off, you need to join a club that's CAMS affiliated, so that you can get a CAMS license. Your level 2 speed is about $180 from memory, and your club membership will be anything from $100 to $200. The Gippsland Car Club is about $140.
Sounds cheap.
Yep, very cheap. Like I said, I've been managing to do this on spare change and cash jobs.
Well, we hope you can do it for much longer.
Yep, no worries.
So thanks very much, Joel. This is the kind of thing we want to do more regularly on FBR. We do a lot of sim racing here, but we also want to promote local motorsport, especially in Gippsland area. We want to promote trail bike riders and speedboat races and as many different types of motorsport as possible. We are very spoiled here in Gippsland, and we want to talk to as many as we can about your successes or failures in motorsport. We hope to talk to you very soon. See you later.